Welcome to the 13th episode of Lalitha Sahasranama Stotra. The unconditional, almighty, universal mother, the source of unconditional energy, conditionalizing the unconditional source without diluting the strength in 1,000 different forms, so that we all can benefit the small unconditional nourishments from the universal mother. Let us move on to the next nama. Padmaraga Siladharsa Paribhavi Kapolabhuhu. So in this nama, there is a comparison made. Those who acquire the qualities of Universal Mother, their cheeks can exceed the cheeks are so smooth, the smoothness of their cheeks can exceed the mirror polishness, mirror polish of mirror made as if the mirror is made from the petals of a lotus. So the cheeks of those individuals who acquire the qualities of the Universal Mother through the nourishment that is given so far from Sri Matra till Padmaraga Siladharsa Paribhavi Kapolabhuhu. Their cheeks are so smooth, they exceed the smoothness of petals of lotus. Now here the Vasinyadi saints have introduced a new term called Padma Raga. From Raga Swarupa Pasadya Krodakaran Kusojvala, we know Raga is related to faculty of intellect. So Padma Raga refers to faculty of intellect of lotus. So that faculty of intellect of lotus is water element. So the nourishment for the lotus is through the water mediums. So Padmaraga Siladharsa Paribhavi Kapolabhuhu refers to cheeks, the smoothness of the cheeks that supersedes the smoothness exhibited by the lotus flower. Now here there is a message that is being communicated. Lotus flower is a perfect example for being a witness mode of operation. The best example is the lotus, because lotus, in spite of being in the slush, mud and the water, it doesn't acquire any of those qualities. It's not being wetted by water. So it is an example of witness mode of operation. This technically is called hydrophobic nature. It is phobic to water. So in spite of being in the water medium, it is not touched or wetted by the water. So that is the witness mode of operation. Similarly, those who acquire the qualities of the Universal Mother, they are driven into the witness mode of operation like lotus, and the internal dynamics of this energy and this nourishment that they receive manifests externally in various forms. And one of the forms is their cheeks are so smooth, they outperform the mirror polish nature of any man-made mirrors or natural mirrors that exist in nature. The mirror that is made from the skilled worker whose the heart feelings translate into the mirror polishing attribute. Now this is limited to one universe, but the mirror that is being made from the nourishment of 14 universes, that is internal, should be obviously much more shining and much more outperforming than any man-made mirror. So here the qualities of the Universal Mother are being explained in detail. It is very natural for somebody who acquires Universal Mother qualities to have such external appearances. There are 72,000 nadis in human body, and if all of them are active and functioning normally, then it is very normal to have brightness reflected from the face and from all parts of the body. So it is not surprising that the cheeks reflect the mirror polish attribute. So here from this nama there is a comparison made. So Padmaraga Sila, that's a Paribhavika Polabhuhu. This nama refers to training imparted to faculty of discretion, because discretion is the one which does this comparison, good, bad, profit or loss. Such comparisons are done by faculty of discretion. So Padmaraga Saladarsa Paribhavika Polabhu imparts training to faculty of discretion. The next nama is Navavidruma Bimbasri Nyakyari Radanachada. This also a comparative effect is introduced. Those who acquire the qualities of the Universal Mother, their lips outperform the brightness and the radiance that is exhibited by the pearl stones. So this again, the pearls are found at the bottom of the ocean, bottom of the seas, and what do they represent? They represent two things. One is the witness mode. The second thing is the saturation. They are saturated in their taste, and then that saturation, when the saturation is reached, the pearls exhibit the brightness, and they are happy and content. The soul of the pearl is happy and content. So pearl is actually refers to Shiva the soul departed body or Shava. So the saturated soul that is departing from the body is pearl. So therefore pearl is very bright, because the soul is so happy, the soul of the pearl is so happy to have fulfilled the tastes in the witness mode of operation. So it departs with satisfaction, complete satisfaction, leaving the body as bright as a pearl. So pearl is representing saturation as well as the witness mode of operation. And in spite of being at the bottom of the ocean, which is the heaviest, water itself is heavy, and bottom of, as we travel deeper into the ocean, the heavy attributes are becoming more dominant. Therefore, in spite of being in the most dominant conditions, it has acquired the witness mode of operation, and the soul of pearl is able to saturate, leaving the body. So if one can fulfill under the harshest conditions, under the worst condition scenario, then they can exhibit the task in any other condition. So that's the quality of the pearl. That's why many people wear pearls. So the brightness associated with pearls, it is long lasting. Therefore, by comparing the lips with the brightness of the pearl, and saying that it outperforms the brightness of the pearls, it again clearly reflects the saturation that has happened within, and the witness mode of operation. When the face is like a moon, and the lotus attributes on various parts of the face, the eyes are like Vaktalakshmi Parivaha Chalanmi Nabhalochana, and the ears are like Tarakandi Tiraskari. Ears are like Tatanka Yugali Bhuta Tapnod Pamandala. The nostrils are like Karpuraviti Kamo Samakasha Digantara. Nostrils are like Navachampaka Pushpavana Danda Virajita Tarakanti Raskarna Sabharana Basura. So when the stars and the entire planetary system is reflected on the body, so it is not surprising that the lips can outperform the brightness associated with the pearls. Again, in this nama, like in the previous nama, the nourishment that is received by a pearl is limited by one planet, whereas the nourishment of those who acquire the qualities of the Universal Mother, or ambassadors of the Universal Mother, they get nourishment from the 14 universes from within. So their lips should be much more brighter than the brightness associated with the pearl. So in this context, it's important to highlight that those who are the true ambassadors of Universal Mother, there is no need for them to have any external decoration. So the radiance emanates from within. So they exhibit the radiation as if they are a natural source of light. So they don't need any decorative items at all. So it's important to understand this. And another aspect regarding these pearls is that the shell is always closed until somebody opens it. So it refers to turn inward. It is a directive, it is an indication to turn inward. If you turn inward, then you can become a pearl. So, and then it's easy to get saturated in the witness mode of operation. So that's explanation for Navavidruma Bimbasri Nyakyari Radhanachada. From this nama, again the training to faculty of discretion is provided. So up to this, the external attributes, the body description is provided. From where from Ashtami Chandra Vibhraya Dalikasthala Sobhita. From Champaka Soga Punnaga Saugandhikala Satkacha, from that nama till Navavidruma Bimbasri Nikkya Radhanachada, the facial attributes, the facial description is provided. Suddha Vijjam Kura. So the next nama is Suddha Vijjam Kurakara Dvijabhankti Dvayojjvala. This is another beautiful nama. So in this nama, Suddha Vidya is introduced, Shodasa Vidya is introduced, the harmonics of Shodasa Vidya are introduced. So Suddha Vidyam Kurakara Dvijapangti Dvayojjvala refers to the two rows of teeth giving rise to what is known as the contraction and rarefaction of acoustics, and then the origin of the acoustics. So it has been treated as a Suddha Vidya. That means whatever we speak, it is supposed to be Suddha Shodasha Vidya. So there are 16 teeth for each row. So total there are 32. So 16 is known as Shodasa Vidya. 16, Shodasa means 16. So 16 into 2 is 32. So let us see how, so this 16, one array, 16 refers to the rarefaction, another 16 refers to contraction. So hence the waves of contraction and rarefactions are generated, giving rise to the acoustic transmission. So let us see how this is working. So the origin of acoustic or origin of the speech, origin of actually any action that we perform is at the navel, that is called the birthplace. So the origin of the acoustic is also at the navel, at the birthplace, and that's where Brahma Grandhi is located. Grandhi means it's a tie, it's a knot. So there are three Grandhis in our body: Brahma Grandhi, Vishnu Grandhi, and Rudra Grandhi. So below navel is mainly water and heavy water that is present in our body. So this Brahma Grandhi is like a filter, because it's a knot, it's a filter. It filters the water element, and it allows the light, filtered light proportion of water with earthly element. That means there's already earth element present in the water. All elements are present in water. So the filtered proportion from the Brahma Grandhi is the light, not so heavy, the light proportion of the water element, and that traverses to the Vishnu Grandhi, where it is further filtered. The earth element is being filtered. The earth element is being filtered, and it travels further, where in Rudra Grandhi the fire element is being filtered. And so beyond Rudra Grandhi, the air element, only the air element passes to the Sahasrara, capturing the impressions of all the remaining elements, the water, the earth, the fire elements, and then forms a unison with the sky element. So these five elements, water, earth, fire, air, and the sky elements, when they interact with these three Grandhis, Brahma Grandhi, Vishnu Grandhi, and Rudra Grandhi, 3 into 5 is 16. So similarly, when the acoustic gets originated at the Brahma Grandhi, so it traverses in the same manner as this water medium, and then acquires these 15 characteristics. 3 into 5, 15 characteristics. And then there is some proportion that gets reflected from the Sahasrara. And reflected from the Sahasrara and passes through. So there's a 15 characteristic wave that is going upward. There is another 15 characteristic wave that is going that's traversing downward. So these two interact with the teeth, the sharpness of the teeth, and they're being shaped or polished. So that gives rise to 30 characteristics of the acoustics. 30 characteristics of the acoustic. Or the 15 characteristics of the wave that is originated from the navel region and then traversing upward. It is interacting with the two rows of the teeth and then gets polished. So 15 into 2, it becomes 30. So this is another way to look at it also. The one aspect of the acoustic wave that is having 15 characteristics, that is going upward, it is subjected to the chopping effects of two rows of the teeth and gives rise to 30 characteristics. And in addition to these, the wave that has gone beyond the teeth into the sahasrara got reflected. So that is giving rise to additional 2, because it has gone beyond the teeth and then came back, reflected back. So there is another 2 characteristics. So these 2 superpose onto the wave that giving rise to 30 characteristics. So in the process, so this is like a fine control and coarse control. So this gives rise to 16 each of contraction and rarefractions, giving rise to the speech effect. So this is called Suddha Vidyam Kurakara Dvibhakti Dvayodjvala. So clearly the Shodasa Vidya, which is a very powerful technique, so harmonic of Shodasa Vidya has been introduced here. That's why the kirtanas performed by the skilled singers, it's very soothing effect, because there are 32 characteristics involved called Dvishodasa Vidya. Characteristics are involved in singing. So singing is singing has effects on all the 5 elements in the body. Therefore, it is a Suddha Vidya. So Suddha Vidyam Kurakara Dvibhakti Dvayodjvala. From this nama, the introduction to the Shodasa Vidya is given. So the sound waves that originates from the human being is based on this 32 characteristics or harmonic of Shodasa Vidya. So in this context, if somebody having a broken teeth or teeth knot or a cavity in the teeth, there it is, or those we can see in the old people who doesn't have the teeth, their pronunciation is weak and we cannot completely follow what they are trying to say. It is because the 32 characteristics are, the main characteristics are missing in what they are talking. So it is clearly related to the Shodasa Vidya, Suddha Vidyam Kurakara Dvibhakti Dvayodjvala. So from this nama, there is contraction rarefraction effect introduced. So the faculty of discretion is being provided with the training. So the remaining namas we will see in the next episode. Thank you.